Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well. So firstly, let's thank you so very much for being with us in our journey of 100 episodes made so far and making it successful. We hope the same and more of our excellent association in future as well. Now we are starting a new playlist of classical concepts for the students of microbiology, which is made easier and more interesting just for you. The current video deals with the advent of microbiology as a science, including some pioneers and their contributions. So guys, what is microbiology? It's the study of those living beings that are too small to be seen by the unaided human eye, hence are seen with an aid termed a microscope. But some exceptions are there, such as fungi like mushrooms, certain very large bacteria, etc. The early history of microbiology was focused on contagious diseases, but now the study of this discipline is more towards its numerous practical applications and benefits to humankind. It won't be an exaggeration at all to state that microorganisms rule the world in their own way. According to the documentary proof, the crude version of the microscope was available during mid-1600s. An English scientist, Robert Hooke, made key observations such as strands of fungi besides the cork cells that he was viewing under his microscope. Several decades later, a Dutch tailor and draper named Anton van Leeuwenhoek made careful observations of microscopic organisms in rainwater and body fluids, and since they were moving, he termed them animalcules. He reported this to the Royal Society of London. He is considered to be the father of microbiology, very appropriately from the perspective that it was he who first gave the clue of the existence of microbes with observation and evidence, and also demonstrated that although invisible, microbes are present everywhere. Later on, owing to his work on the protozoans, he was also crowned as father of protozoology. After Leeuwenhoek died, people's interest in microbiology declined and new and good microscopes were not available. In those days, spontaneous generation versus biogenesis conflict was being addressed, which we shall deal with another exclusive video. A renowned French chemist turned microbiologist, Louis Pasteur, finally disproved spontaneous generation and resolved the issue of the souring of wine and dairy products. Pasteur called attention to the importance of microorganisms in everyday life and shook the scientists to think that if bacteria could make the wine sick, then perhaps they could also cause human illnesses too. Later on, the systematic work of Robert Koch and Louis Pasteur led to the formulation of germ theory of disease, and they got the honor of being known as father of bacteriology and father of modern microbiology respectively. Between the two, the credit of formulating the postulates clearly goes to the German doctor turned microbiologist Robert Koch, based on his clear outcome of studies of tuberculosis and its causative agent Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which is why this theory is also popularly known as Koch's postulates. These, along with the experimental evidence part that led Robert Koch to define them, are as follows. First, the microbe must be present in every case of the diseased host but absent from all healthy hosts. A staining method was developed by Robert Koch to examine human tissue samples. Cells of tuberculosis patients showed the presence of M. tuberculosis but not those from healthy individuals. This was the experimental evidence. Second, the suspected microorganisms can be isolated and grown in pure culture. The experimental part is that he grew M. tuberculosis in pure culture on coagulated blood serum. This was isolated from the diseased host. Third, the same disease must result when the isolated microorganism is introduced into a healthy host. The data from his lab said that he injected pure culture of M. tuberculosis into healthy guinea pigs, since doing so in healthy human beings was unethical and not allowed. The pigs suffered from TB and subsequently died from it. And fourth and last postulate is the re-isolated pathogen from the newly diseased host must match the earlier one. According to lab results, Koch isolated M. tuberculosis from the dead guinea pigs and was able to purify its culture on coagulated blood serum. This was exactly like the earlier microbe in all respects. The conclusion and crux of this theory is that a specific microbe causes a specific disease. So, it's about the predictable relationship of any particular disease with its causative agent. Hence its name, germ theory of disease, is most appropriate, though after comprehending it sounds very simple but is indeed most powerful and profound. It actually played a tremendous role in establishing microbiology as a separate discipline. What was amazing was that these set of 4 principles which are applicable, these are actually applicable to all infectious diseases, not only tuberculosis. Once this theory was out and accepted, and the invention of Petri dish by Richard Petri and agar agar by Fanny Alzheimer's Hess was done, both from the team of Robert Koch, there was no looking back in the accelerated advancements of microbiology. This period was rightly called the golden age of microbiology, during which many agents of different infectious diseases were identified, and the diseases could be of human being, animals, or plants. The discovery of the etiologic agents of so many microbial diseases during that period also enabled the possibility to halt epidemics by effectively blocking the spread of microbes. In our forthcoming videos, we'll talk about the emergence and advent of many subdisciplines of microbiology, such as medical microbiology and immunology, agricultural and soil microbiology, environmental microbiology, so on and so forth. Keep watching. Feel free to express your views, inputs, and even suggestions. You can suggest to us the topics on which you would like us to speak about in a very easy, assimilable, and story-like manner with a bonus of beautiful illustrations. Thanks for watching. Stay confident and bye till next time.